The Samsung IndyCar Series heads to the Pocono Raceway in the beautiful Pocono Mountains of the northeastern Pennsylvania. We're here for the ABC Supply 500, a 500-mile oval race. Definitely one of the major races of the season for these IndyCar drivers. Bronze Mick, car number 12, has been on a hot streak lately, up in the championship fight, claims pole for today's race. 2's outside second is the 8 of Casey Nanico. Then third's Tyler Fink. Fourth, we have Brandon Beal. Rounding out the top 5, it's John Smith in the 23. Then in 6th place, we have Riley Sampson in the 10. 7th, it is Nongan Scott the 30. In 8th, we have the 88 of Jake Galloway. 9th, it's Mark Silas, and Anthony Rodriguez rounds out the top 10 in the 31 car. For the rest of the field, there's Anthony Fox, who's outside the 24 of Marshall Burrell. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon with Carter Friesen in car number 20, with Riley Spurley-Dube and the 14 of Max Rossi. Then we have Kai Xander and Trey Rennie in the 18 car, with Anthony Lehman and the 66 of Anthony Hernandez. Then there's Cole Luigi and Brandon Grenier, the 25, with the points leader Christian Vargas, the 4, the 2 of Luke Rennie, 2 is outside. Then we have John Gilbert and Kashawn Richardson in the 7, with second in points Ryan Brommer, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 2 is outside. Then there's Christian Richardson in the 3 of Justin Zeidel, with Trey Wright and Jonathan Rains, Oliver Evans, Jay Rando, and Dylan Shiraste and Jose Mills round out the 36 car field in the final row. Let's go on trackside and fire these cars up for 500 miles of action around the Pocono Raceway here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Drivers, start your engines!
36 drivers fire their cars up for racing around the tricky triangle in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. The ABC Supply 500 coming in. The owner's points. It's a 3-team race right now at the front, with still Andre Allsport on top, but Team Penske, Matthew Logan have closed in within 4 points, and Dale Coyne Racing, Dustin Dienta are right behind, about 14 points back. 30 laps of action around the Pocono Raceway. It's a long one here today, but it's going to be great racing all day long. Minnick, Nanico, front row for the ABC Supply 500. We're underway at Pocono. Tyler Fink jumps inside Bronze Mick in turn 3 to come around and lead the first lap of the ABC Supply 500. John Smith, his teammate, up to second. Nongan Scott to third. To fourth goes to 27 Mark Silas. There goes Scott for second now, and John Smith to turn number 1. And we're going to see passes like this all day long, especially through the tunnel turn. There's a little grip there in that corner. It's a fast corner. It's a dangerous corner. Little banking there. Very fast corner. One of the fastest straightaways on this racetrack is right before that corner. That's going to be the turning point of this race. If there's going to be a pass that's made for the win, or a pass or a wreck that changes the outcome of this race, it's going to be in this turn right here. They see Fink go wide. Mark Silas is going to have a great run off the corner to get to that spot. Down the inside. Help from Anthony Fox, the 22. Fink tried to keep his car clear of the 27, but Silas had the nose or the wing to the inside. Silas clears for the lead off turn 3. No turn 4 here at Pocono, but as they come down the front straightaway, Mark Silas leads Fox to the inside of the 22. Get the push from Sebastian Kukulon in the 42 car off to the first corner of the racetrack. Great push for Anthony Fox to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll get by Mark Silas through turn 1. He slides up to the middle lane. Kukulon looks lower. Fox gets clear, trying to slap in front of the 27 Mark Silas. 27 trying to keep his nose out there up the back stretch, Long Pond straightaway. Fox is clear, but Silas is also clear in second. I think that 27 maybe pushing the 22 to the corner. Big move for Silas through the tunnel turn. Kukulon seats side by side in front of him for the lead. Where does he want to go? He'll go with Mark Silas on the inside of the racetrack for now. Off to turn 3. Silas maintains the bottom to keep clear. Kukulon to second. Kukulon looking low now for the lead. Off turn 3, back to the start finish line. Silas leads the second lap of the race. Front two trying to get away as they get single file, spread out the front. Nanico clear in third, the 8 car. Fourth place, Pocono, or Pennsylvania native, the 18 Trey Rainey, Pocono's home track, looking to win here today in the Pocono Mountains. Kukulon had a peek on Silas as they came off turn 1, but didn't have the room to make it work. Got back in line. Now down Long Pond Straightaway off to the tunnel turn. Kukulon gonna peek to the inside off the tunnel turn. Now down the short chute, the shortest straightaway of this racetrack. That's why this track is so tricky. A lot of different just straightaways, different corners, a lot of different variables in this race track, and you call it an isosceles triangle. We're looking at from above 3 different length straightaways lead to 3 very distinct corners from 3 very distinct racetracks. Kukulon led the lap. Silas trying to get clear in second as Trey Rainey, the 18, pokes low, but Fox moves to the outside. Lehman gonna look to the middle lane as they get 3 wide. Contact made. Lehman's going around in turn 1 into the outside wall, bounces off it, come back down to traffic. Gets hit hard by the 4. Vargas, our points leader. A terrible crash. Rodriguez involved, Marshall Burrow involved, but Vargas, the big name in it. Silas gets back to the front. Trey Rainey for second on Kukulon. A terrible crash off turn number 1. Silas gonna get back in front handily. Trey Rainey's gonna be the one in second. Side by side for third. Fox gonna be third. Kukulon's gonna be fourth. Back to the start finish line. 5 laps complete. Our first yellow flag of the race. Back in front, Mark Silas. He's led the most laps so far in the 5 laps we've run of the ABC Supply 500. Marshall Burrow looks like pole sitter Bronson Minnick involved. Rodriguez, but the big name, points leader Christian Vargas, done for the day, and the ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Let's see what happened to our first yellow flag of the day here in Pocono. Racing off into the first corner, down the inside, the 7 Kashawn Richardson, just in front of the 63 Anthony Lehman, sees a hole in between the 18 and the 7, tries to get to the inside of the 22 of Anthony Fox, but that hole quickly closes up. Kashawn Richardson dives it down to the corner. They get 3 wide. Lehman then trying to give the 22 room, gives him too much room. Doesn't realize the 7's down there. Maybe Aspire didn't really tell him. They get together. Around goes the 63 Lehman, hard into the turn 1 wall on the outside. Back into traffic. Someone was going to have to hit him, and that someone was points there, Christian Vargas. There's Bronson making contact. Luke Rainey, the 2, hits his teammate right there up off the ground. So hard damage for 2 Team Penske's drivers right there. 2 of their athletes taking on this, and that's not good. They came in second in the owner's points, and with Mark Silas from Andretti up there leading it, I mean, everything's kind of gone Andretti's way this season. They have a bad race, but then the next race, the team that closed in also has a bad race. But how about that? Big points implications for the driver's points. Christian Vargas, the one involved in this one, along with Anthony Lehman. Another look at it. Yeah, Lehman just came down too low, didn't realize the 7 was down there. Hard impact to the outside wall, and right there, Vargas, Minnick. Looks like Burrow got some damage. Rodriguez spun around. Minnick and Rainey obviously have some pretty heavy damage as well. So contact made for our first yellow flag of the race. Back around front, Mark Silas for Andretti Autosport looking to extend the owner's points gap that they have. 4 points over Team Penske. But out front in Pocono, Mark Silas leads the way. We'll go back green this lap. Short caution periods here at Pocono due to the length of the track. We're going green on lap number 8 of 30. Mark Silas in control of the ABC Supply 500. Anthony Lehman and points there. Christian Vargas get a 35th place finish out of the day. And it looks like Ryan Bomber in prime position to take over the points lead at the end of the race. 34 cars still left on the lead lap, so a lot can change for Bomber right now inside the top 5. Leading the day, Mark Silas 27 out front. Trey Rainey, Pennsylvania native in second. Third place for Anthony Fox. Fourth for Sebastian Kukulon. Ryan Bomber in fifth. Brandon Beal, Riley Sampson, Kashawn Richardson, Christian Richardson, and Jonathan Raines are the front 10. Back green at Pocono. Trey Rainey with a good jump, stayed with the 27 Mark Silas. You can see some moves being made. For third goes Kukulon. Ryan Bomber went with them. Maybe that was a block out of the 42, but it's a move for third. And for the lead, Trey Rainey peeking his wing to the inside of the back of the 27. Side by side down Long Pond straightaway. 18 Trey Rainey's the inside of the 27 Mark Silas. They go side by side down this Long Pond straightaway off to the tunnel turn. Rainey inside, Silas outside. Rainey takes the spot away with a big move in the tunnel turn. Here comes Kukulon now for second, bringing Brommer through to try to get to third. Ryan Brommer restart fifth, looking for the podium spot, and just 1 lap after the restart. Trey went wide through 3. It's going to be a good run for Kukulon here off the corner. He's in the gas harder, in the draft as well, down this front straightaway. The leader of the lap is Trey Rainey. But here comes Kukulon. But look at Brommer out of line. Ryan Brommer for second. Bringing in the 7 of Kashawn Richardson with them. Now off turn 1. Kukulon off the run the outside with a nice runway and help for Mark Silas. Is enough to get him clear. Brommer, it is. Kukulon is clear for a second for now. Off to the tunnel turn. See right there, trying to get low on the 18 Trey Rainey, but Brommer's still down there. Here comes Ryan Brommer for a second, maybe for the lead as well. Can make a big move. He's looking for the 5 bonus points. As they go through turn 3, Brommer's out in front again. 5 bonus points coming up, and the yellow flag is out. Second yellow period of the race. Brommer's back in front of Pocono. Justin Seidel, another Team Penske car involved in this one, maybe Trey Wright as well. 3 of Team Penske's contenders, Jose Mills on pit road as well. 3 of the Team Penske cars have been involved in some sort of accident today. Seidel, the newest victim of Team Penske's bad day in Pocono. Let's go see the reason for a second yellow flag at the ABC Supply 500 at Pocono. A terrible crash at the back of the field, racing just inside the top 30. Trey Wright down low the 39. Seidel middle lane, Mills up top. As they go through the tunnel turn, sliding there at the top 2. Trey Wright 39 comes inside. They get 3 wide. They squeeze together off the corner. Contact made and up into the wall, and it projects Mills up and over. Seidel gets on his lid. Mills upside down. Seidel rolls it back on all fours, back down. Mills spinning like a top, digs into the grass, flips over, gets back on all fours. Luckily, doesn't flip anymore. But a terrible crash for all 3 of those drivers, Trey Wright, Justin Seidel, and Jose Mills. For Mills, already been a bad season. His team owner, obviously, from Irish Shank Racing, J.J. Thompson, it's not been the season they've wanted. They're down at the bottom of the owner's points list, down at the bottom of the Drivers' Championship. For Seidel, it's been a bad last few races. Trey Wright has been coming alive the last few races. It's been great momentum. He won a race just a few races ago. And now he's going to drop in points once again as those 3 take a wild, terrible crash here at the Pocono Raceway in the tunnel turn, the second corner of the track. We mentioned there's going to be a big crash, or if something was going to happen, it was going to be in that tunnel turn, and we saw it right here. How about Seidel doing a few flips, Mills spinning like a top, then digging into the grass, but luckily it didn't go flipping once he dug into the grass, it just flipped it back down onto all 4 wheels. So 3 cars involved in the crash off the tunnel turn. Back in front, second in points. Ryan Brommer getting bonus points for leading the lap at Pocono. He is out in front of the ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Green flag this time by lap number 12 of 30 in the ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Ryan Brommer in total control right now. He is out in front for our second restart of the day. Jose Mills is the only car to DNF off that crash. Looks like Seidel and Trey Wright are still out on the racetrack. Seidel, after that flip, still trucking on. Maybe not too much damage, still just enough to keep him up to pace, up above minimum speed to keep him on the racetrack. That's 33 cars on the racetrack on the lead lap. Ryan Brommer in control of our second restart of the day out in front. Jonathan Raines, the one riding in second. Riley Sampson is currently third. Fourth for Jay Rando. Fifth for Trey Rainey. Sebastian Kukulon is sixth. Dylan Tri-State seventh. Eighth for Mark Silas. Ninth for John Smith. And Kashawn Richardson rounds at the top 10. Brandon Grenier is 11th. Anthony Fox 12th. 13th Nugget Scott. 14th Oliver Evans. 15th for Brandon Beal. For the Andretti cars inside the top 11. 2 Dale Quinn Racing cars inside the top 5. With Rando 4th. Trey Rainey 5th. Coming back to the restart. Green flag back in the air. Pocono. Raines got a good jump there. Sampson spun the tires a little from third. Can Rando peak low? And will he bring his teammate Trey Rainey with him off to the first corner? First move made is Anthony Fox for 11th. And there goes Rando for third. On to Sampson to the end sign. For the lead goes Jonathan Raines on Ryan Brommer. Down Long Pond straightaway, side by side for the top spot. I think the 26 got a better run on the top side, but Raines with the help from behind. The 10 really not close enough to the 26. Raines by in the tunnel turn. And Jay Rando with them. Rando up to second. The 33. And with that right there, points gained for Dale Coyne Racing over Andretti Autosport because Rando's a Dale Coyne car. Ryan Brommer and Andretti car. They fall back behind 2 Dale Coyne Racing cars as they come off the corner. Back to the start finish line. Raines leads the 12th lap of the race. But in hot pursuit are 2 teammates, Jay Rando and Trey Rainey. They have a great run coming off to turn number 1 right here in the draft of that 15 car. He's all by himself. To the first corner, here the tires squealing as they enter the corner. Rando with a nice run through turn 1. Yeah, what a great corner for Jay Rando and Trey Rainey. They both closed in onto that 15 Jonathan Raines. There goes Trey Rainey for second though on Rando. And what's Kukulon going to do to help his teammate out? Jonathan Rains. Oh, Rainey makes contact with his teammate Randall. Pulls him out of the way. And there goes Rainey for the lead now. Trey Rainey for the top spot. Come to turn number 3. Down there and by. Trey Rainey out front. Kukulon to second. Silas now for third. Kukulon for the lead off turn number 3. This is our 14th race of the season. The previous 13 races have had 13 different winners. No repeat winner is the first one coming today. The front 2 right now have won races this season. Rainey and Kukulon. Here comes Mark Silas and Kashawn Richardson. Jonathan Rains as well, along with Anthony Fox. They have not won a race this season. Looking to keep the streak alive. Be our 14th winner in 14 races to start the season. An incredible streak that we've had so far. How about all this stuff that's happened? We're not even halfway done with the race. Silas back to the front. He's been the dominant car today, but slides up and quickly changed. Kashawn Richardson jumps inside and gets by. Now Kashawn leads the race. Look at Rains trying to get down there. He did. Oh, that was so close to Mark Silas' rear bumper. I guess not bumper, just the rear of the car. No bumpers on these things. Don't want to hit the rear of it at all. So Richardson leads the 14th lap of the race. We're coming around next time, but we halfway in the ABC Supply 500. 2 caution flags so far, but incredible racing at the front of the field. There goes Rains back on Richardson for the top spot. Trying to keep it wound up, trying to get it done. Down Long Pond straightaway. The 7th, a nice run off the top. Fox goes with them as well. But Rains keeping it tough on the inside. Gonna stay beside Fox. Now stay beside the 7th through the tunnel turn. And Rains is back out front of the ABC Supply 500. How about Silas jumping in line in front of his teammate, Brandon Grenier? I think he knew his teammate was going to give him a little bit of a break right there, and it showed. Look at Fox, though. On the outside turn 3, he cannot go anywhere except backwards. Look at them, single file throughout the field. They're all trying to get in the draft of each other. They're going to see some cars start to fan out down the front stretch now. As they have runs, you see Cole Luigi, looks like Ryan Brommer. Our first battle's for 5th. It's Brandon Grenier inside of Fox. Almost contact now for the lead. Richardson with a run and takes it down the Long Pond straightaway. And look at Riley Sampson trying to fend off Mark Silas with a 27, too big of a run there. They got double file for the front 4. Richardson back out front at Pocono. Mark Silas looks for 2nd. He dominated the first 10 laps of this race. Sensei's hung around inside the top 10. He's showing the pace again. He moves up to the 2nd position by Jonathan Rains. Grenier moves to 3rd, following his teammate through. Here comes Anthony Fox, the one last bullet for Team Penske, up to 4th. And here come the teammates trying to help their other team at the front. Oliver Evans and Brandon Beal as their teammate Kashawn Richardson leads the race. All 3 Airship Peterson cars inside the top 6 on lap 17 of the ABC Supply 500. Airship Peterson has brought some fast race cars today. I think also a team that you have to watch out for, Rahal Letterman. Kukulon up here, Rains up here. Those 2 are teammates. Fox for 3rd. Does Oliver Evans go with them to the total turn? Fox to 3rd. Fox to 2nd. That's last season's Gatorade Cup Series champion. Help from Oliver Evans on the inside. Fox for the lead in turn 3. Oh, look at Richardson slide up the racetrack. Here goes Fox. Come to 13 to go. Side by side off turn 3. Back to the start finish line. Fox will lead the lap. 13 laps to go, Pocono. Anthony Fox out front. That is the one Team Penske car that can score points on Andretti Autosport today. And how about this? All 3 Airship Peterson cars, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all in a cluster. I'm sure team owner Jonathan Buford's going, please stay away from each other. Do not hit each other. That could be all 3 of them taking out one crash if they get together. Look at Oliver Evans come up and block teammate Kashawn Richardson. And Brandon Beal to the inside for 3rd on Richardson. Now Oliver Evans on Fox for the lead. Does Beal go 3 wide? The Samsung couldn't get down there in the 22. And he got blocked. Fox did a great job. Look at Beal now looking to the inside. There he goes. Contact. And Riley Sampson through to 2nd. 1 at ISM. Back to the stripe. 12 laps to go at Pocono. Brandon Beal leads the way in the 5. He's had miserable luck in the late stages of these races. Crashed by Fitzwater in a yellow last race. He's been involved in last lap crashes. Running 2nd when he crashed at Kentucky in the last lap. It's been outstanding how terrible his luck has been this season. Can he turn around with his first of the season? here at the Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. He leads right now in lap number 19, but company is a-coming. Mark Silas, how about Cole Luigi, winner Kentucky, hunting for the Samsung IndyCar Series Championship. William Bull in the helm of that team, Chip Ganassi Racing. Luigi is through to second, trying to lead his first laps of the day of the ABC Supply 500 Pocono. We're coming down to the final 10 laps. 11 to go right here for Mark Silas. Luigi to second, Jake Galloway up to third. A good result for Mont. I would say his best race since his win at Mid-Ohio. Now running in the podium position here today at Pocono, but challenged by Ryan Brommer, second in points. And for the lead, there goes Cole Luigi. He gets wheel to wheel with Mark Silas down the Long Pond straightaway, the backstretch. That's a good run for Cole Luigi. He's going to clear him in the tunnel turn. What a move. The 9's out front, but he slides too wide. Here comes Brommer to run. Now Brommer back to the inside. Help from Anthony Fox. Brommer is by. They just too eager to make that pass work. Brommer's out in front again. Fox is second, Richardson to third. Coming around the final 10 laps, the final 25 miles of the race. 10 to go, Pocono. Ryan Brommer leads. He came in second in points. But with Christian Vargas with a 35th place finish because he DNF'd because of the first accident of the race. Big points day, big points implications for Brommer if he can get a good result here today. 3 wide for the lead goes Richardson. Oh, that's a move. Is Brommer going to back out now? He has too much to lose. Not enough to gain, staying 3 wide. Look at this. 3 wide for the lead after the tunnel turn. Who gives? Brommer does. And now Galloway for the lead. Eli Bright, the team owner, wanting a win at Pocono for Jake Galloway. Galloway riding in second behind Richardson. He'll peek inside in turn 3. And 2 by 2 behind. And 2 by 2 for the lead. How about Nongan Scott to third? Where has he come from? His 2 teammates, Kukulan and Jonathan Rains, have been dominating today. Now they're nowhere to be seen, and Scott's up in front. And they're still side by side for the top spot. Galloway trying to take him from Richardson in turn number 1. Can Kashan get wound up on the top side? I think he's gonna. But can Jake keep it down there? Does he have to run off the corner to make it stick? Down the backstretch, 2 by 2 inside the top 10. All the way back. Galloway clears that time. But can Oliver Evans now jump inside? Help for Cole Luigi. There goes Oliver looking on Jake Galloway. He's down there. He has the wheel to the inside. And Oliver Evans is by for the lead. Cole Luigi back up to second. Here comes Jay Randall to third. How about Jay Randall, one of those Dale Quinn racing cars? They have a shot to overtake Andretti Allsport if they can get enough points here today. But an Andretti car is up to fourth. That's Dylan Trieste, who's had a very miserable season, won at Kansas, but since then has been on the downward spiral. He's up to fourth, looking for his second triumph for the season. And speaking of second triumph for the season, Cole Luigi looking for that as well. Second, third, fourth, fifth. They're winners this season. Cole Luigi, Jay Randall, Dylan Trieste, and Jake Galloway have all won at least a race this season. All looking for their second. Oliver Evans out front has never won a race. And there goes Cole Luigi. Can he lead his first laps of the race? Coming with 7 to go. How about that? 7 laps to go. You're going to come around and lead your first lap of the race. So Cole Luigi now out front in the ABC Supply 500. Evans back to second, but in line for Dylan Trieste, who's now third. Galloway is fourth. Beal is now fifth. The battle is for sixth. Jay Rando to the inside is Riley Sampson. Behind Sampson is Mark Silas. Look at Oliver Evans looking low on Cole Luigi, but that was a horrible entry into the corner. Let's see if Trieste has a run off turn number 1. Are they going to go 3 wide again? Does Trieste have the runners? He going to get back up in line? He's back in line. He didn't have the run to make it 3 wide. There, he didn't want to make it 3 wide. It's too early for that. That's last lap stuff. Evans to the front, coming around C6 to go. Trieste moves to second. Third is now Jake Galloway. Beal to fourth. Sampson looking on his teammate for fifth, but Mark Silas has other plans for Riley Sampson. He's going to say, you go backwards. 6 laps of racing to go at the Pocono Raceway. The front 4 get away. Speaking of getting away, Oliver Evans trying to pull away from Dylan Trieste. He has a decent gap over second place 98 car. Dylan Trieste had to breathe the throttle a little bit right there. Not enough grip in those tires. Those Firestones wearing out. but it's been pretty good so far. I mean, they still have a ton of grip left in them. Our first battle right here, Colucci trying to fend off Tyler Fink as the 59 tries to break low. Cole trying to get in line to keep a shot to win. Fink, though, pulls his way to the inside to get by the 9. He did not give Colucci any breaks right there. And now Grenier's going to take that spot from the 9 as well. Colucci, Riley Sampson, the 2 teammates dropping back in the outside, nowhere to go. At the front of the field, Tri-State has been caught for a second. Coming back to the stripe, 5 laps of racing to remain at the Pocono Raceway. Oliver Evans leads the way. The battle now for second. Jake Galloway is inside Tri-State after the first corner. And I heard a lap car ahead, so we'll have to deal with that. Look at the run on the outside for the 98. He clears Jake Galloway easily. Turn 1's not going to be the place to make the move at this point in the race. Tires are too worn out. Bronson Minnick is the one ahead the 12 car. How will he interfere with these leaders? Evans wide through the tunnel turn. This is a shot for Trieste to the inside. He's down there. Mark Silas for third on Jake Galloway. He's not won a race this season. It would be Andretti's third win this season if he can get it done. Coming around, 4 to go this time by. Minnick is ahead. Leading the race is Dylan Trieste. Andretti Autosport out in front, 4 to go. Yeah, now a yellow flag would end the race, so these drivers have to be careful. If they wreck, it's over. How about Tyler Fink coming through the field up inside the top 5, looking for a podium. He's not won this season as well from Carlin Racing. And side by side the teammates are for the lead. Mark South is down on Dylan Trieste, but how does Bronson Minnick deal with this? Mark South is by. Fink is by to second. Minnick ahead. Where does Silas go once he catches him? To turn 3 and 3 to go. Minnick crowds the 27 down and slows him up. Fink has got a nice run here off turn 3. Minnick gonna stay to the outside down the front stretch. That's the best place to be. Evans is by. Tracy gonna try and go around the outside of the 12. Look at Minnick trying to give room for everyone, but there's just not enough room to do it. 3 laps remain. Trieste Galloway held up. They'll go to the middle. And they somehow get through all right so far. Back of the front for the lead. Tyler Fink looked on Silas, down the run. 2 to go this time by. And they're still shuffling, trying to get around the lap traffic back there. That means you can, oh, there they go! And turn number 2! That's going to be the race. Come around to 2 to go. That is the last yellow of the race. Fink trying to beat Silas back. And can Rando get by Silas for points in the Owners' Championship? Fink's going to win the race. Dale Corn Racing and Andretti Autosport side by side. And Dale Corn Racing beats Andretti Autosport back. And Tyler Fink is going to win as long as he can coast around 5 more miles. 3rd yellow flag ends the race. Fitzwater is one of them that crashed. Another driver who's had terrible late race luck this season. He crashed. I couldn't tell who he crashed with, but he crashed with someone. So Tyler Fink is going to win for Carlin at Pocono. And Dale Corn Racing's Jay Randall, a valiant last corner effort to beat Andretti's Mark Silas to get Dale Corn Racing back up into the hunt for the Owners' Championship. Let's take a quick look at what happened to Fitzwater in the tunnel turn of 3 to go. This was a race clearing the lap traffic. The front 5 had gotten away, as you can see right there. In fact, the front 4 had gotten away. But this is about for 5th. John Gilbert is outside. Fitzwater is inside. Off to the tunnel turn. Fitzwater drives it hard into the corner, trying to get down there. They're going to make contact in a weird way where they get hooked together. 19 hits the 48's wheels. It spins them both around hard into the outside wall. Luckily, both cars stayed grounded, but a terrible break for both of them. That was 5th and 6th when they wrecked. And it ends the race early. We do not get a green flag finish. Yeah, Fitzwater, that was just too aggressive in my opinion. He had the nose, but he had the lane as well down there. He just kind of drove up into the 48. Kind of like what we saw what he did with, who was that? Colucci at Richmond? Was the lap car? He just went up and drove him into the wall, and it caused the crash to end the race. That's kind of how I view that. Similar to that. So caution flag comes out. There's Fink winning the race back, but the valiant effort for Jay Randall on the bottom of turn 3 to get through and get by Mark Silas gains Dale Corn Racing 10 points over Andretti Autosport. Just think of that. Dale Corn Racing going to get 35 points out of the day. Andretti Autosport's going to get 25. That's going to be a net gain of 10 points for Dale Quinn Racing. They came in about 14 back, so it's going to be very close. And for Team Penske and Matthew Logan, their highest finisher obviously going to be Anthony Fox, but that's all the way back in 17th. So they had a bad point today. That's going to knock them back out of the Owners' Championship fight for now. We'll come back at the checker flag. Tyler Fink set to win here at Pocono. Coming through turn 3, it's going to be a win for Carlin in the Samsung IndyCar Series. It's their first triumph of the season, and it's going to be from Tyler Fink in the 59. They started out the season well. They're one of the best teams. They've kind of faded as of late, but maybe some momentum coming back within the final 7 races. Checker flag is out. Tyler Fink is a winner in the ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Tyler Fink wins the day at Pocono for Carlin. Dale Quinn Racing gains points on Andretti Autosport. Team Penske falters today at the Pocono Raceway. Let's go see the finishing result and how the points look after a crazy ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. Here are the finish results from the ABC Supply 500 at the Pocono Raceway. We had 3 caution flags today for 6 laps, one which ended the race under the yellow flag, but 21 lead changes, 12 drivers saw the lead today at Pocono. Definitely some great superspeedway racing in the Samsung IndyCar Series season. Tyler Fink wins the day, leading 4 laps. He is now the 14th winner in 14 races this season, keeping the streak alive. Tyler Fink wins it at Pocono. Jay Rando for Dale Quinn Racing gains points in the Owners' Championship with a 2nd place today. 3rd for Mark Silas, 4th for Oliver Evans, Marshall Burrow in 5th. Mark Silas led the most laps of 7 today. For Marshall Burrow, it's a great rebound ever since his win. He's had terrible luck, terrible finishes, a top 5 today at Pocono for Marshall Burrow. 6th place for Carter Friesen. Where did he come from? We did not talk about him all day long. He gets a 6th. Kyle Alexander, we didn't talk about him as well. He ends up in 7th. John Smith, Fink's teammate, gets 8th. Dylan Tristan 9th, and Brandon Grenier rounds up the top 10. How about all the Andretti cars finishing inside the top 10? Mark Silas in 3rd. Kyle Alexander in 7th. Tristan 9th. Grenier 10th for the top 10 Andretti cars. The one that maybe needed the most, Ryan Brommer, doesn't even get a top 20. We'll go back and see him a little bit later on. Max Rossi gets 11th because Sean Richard 12th, 13th Special Kukulon, 14th Riley Sampson Noggins-Scott in 15th, and Casey Nacko 16th, Anthony Fox 17th, Trevor Nate 18th, 19th Jonathan Rains, and Christian Richardson rounds out the top 20. Look down at the rest. 21st for Anthony Hernandez, 22nd Jake Galloway, Anthony Rodriguez 23rd, Cole Luigi 24th, Brandon Beal 25th, Ryan Brommer. We mentioned this is a big day for him. He could go up and get the points lead for Christian Vargas because Vargas had a terrible day, 35th DNF. Brommer only gets 26th. I don't think it was enough to get the points lead over Vargas. That's going to be close once we go look at the point standings. Riley Bridger 27th, John Gilbert 28th, 29th Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Trey Wright 30th, Luke Rainey 31st, Justin Zedell 32nd. 1 lap down for Brunswick from the pole position, 33rd for him. Then there's 3 cars out, Jose Mills, Christian Vargas, and Anthony Lehman, all a part of separate accidents. Let's now go see the point standings after 14 races in the Samsung IndyCar Series season. 14 races, 14 different winners. Here are the point standings. On top, it is now Jay Rando at the top of the points list. He's now only ahead by 8 points over Christian Vargas, who does maintain 2nd. 3rd place now Ryan Brommer, only 24 back of the points lead. 4th is Brandon Grenier. 5th is Jake Galloway. Cole Luigi now 6th. John Smith is 7th. He is the highest driver without a top 5 so far this season. 8th for Bronson Minnick. Anthony Lehman in 9th has been kind of hit or miss for him this season. He has 5 top 5s, which is his only top 10s, and he has 5 DNFs. So it's been pretty crazy for Anthony Lehman this season. And Casey Nacko down in 10th in points. 11th is now Anthony Hernandez. Riley Sampson is 12th. Mark Silas 13th. Anthony Fox 14th. Carter Friesen 15th. Sean Richardson 16th. 17th for Trey Wright. Dylan Tristan 18th. Kyle Alexander 19th. And running at the top 20, it is Christian Richardson. Go down and find today's winner, Tyler Fink, down here. As Brandon Beal is now 21st in points, Justin Zedell 22nd, there's Fink at 23rd, the win moves him up. Rains is 24th, 25th for John Gilbert, Anthony Rodriguez 26th, Trey Rain 27th, Riley Bridger 28th, Luke Rennie 29th, 30th Marshall Burrow, Oliver Evans, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Noggins-Scott, Special Kukulon, Max Rossi, and Jose Mills. Down the bottom, it's been a terrible season for Mills and Meyershank Racing. The top right, you see the owner's points. It's still going to be Andretti on top, but Dale Quinn Racing is still there. Team Penske still has a shot. It's going to be those 3 teams, I think, that come down to it. 6 races remain in the season. These are going to be some of the 6 greatest races we're going to see this season. 2 insane road courses, 4 insane ovals. It's going to be a thriller to determine the championship, especially with how close it is at the top. You see this right here, the front 5 within 100 points of each other. Front 7 within 110 points. It is going to be absolutely insanity to see who wins the season, who wins the Owners' Championship, who wins the Drivers' Championship. But that's still 6 races away, and one of the races to get to that is going to be at the Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa, for the Verizon 300. I will see you guys then.